Did you know that the classic bob haircut, one of the most popular styles for a youthful, modern look, can actually make you appear 10 years older if you fall into certain styling traps? Today, I'm going to reveal the 5 most common bob mistakes that instantly age your appearance, and, more importantly, how to fix them so your bob looks fresh, modern, and elegant. But be warned, mistake number 1 is the one almost nobody talks about, and it might be quietly ruining your style without you even realizing it. Stay with me until the end, because I'll also share the ultimate trick used by the most stylish women to ensure their bob never adds years, only takes them away. Mistake number 5. The heavy one-length bob. There's a popular myth that a straight, blunt, motionless bob is the ultimate mark of timeless elegance. And yes, it can be, if you're 20 years old and blessed with supermodel cheekbones. But once we cross 50, that rigid, one-length bob can act like a block. It hardens your features, flattens your face, and steals away the flattering lightness we all want. Take Anna Wintour, the legendary Vogue editor. She's worn her iconic straight bob for decades. For her, it's a signature. Sharp, commanding, and unmistakable. But even on her, that cut can feel severe, almost like a helmet. It suits her public persona, a woman who commands respect without asking. But if you're not looking to resemble a global fashion editor every morning, that same haircut can make you appear far stiffer than you really are. Now imagine the opposite. A bob with soft internal layers, almost invisible, adding movement and lightness. The difference is like comparing a marble sculpture to a silk scarf floating in the wind. The first is impressive, but the second is enchanting. Trust me, queen. Hair that moves with you sends a message of youth, freshness, and effortless modern flair. No bold colors or dramatic dyes required. Ask your stylist for a bob with hidden layers that allow your hair to breathe. This frames your face gently, softens fine lines, and gives that natural lifting effect we all love. Psychologically, movement in hair communicates vitality. A flat, motionless bob, on the other hand, make you seem tired or weighed down, even if you got 10 hours of sleep and 2 cups of coffee. And really, who wants to invest in luxury skincare if your hair is draining all that glow? A bob that breathes doesn't just look polished. It gives the impression of a woman who lives with freedom, not rigidity. Because remember, style is not a prison, it's a celebration. If you're loving these kinds of tips, make sure to subscribe to the channel. Here, we don't just talk about fashion. We talk about confidence, personal style, and feminine power. Now, speaking of sophisticated cuts that secretly age you, let's move on to the next one, because mistake number 4 is something very few women recognize in time. Mistake number 4. The inverted bob. Let's talk about that cut that supposedly slims the neck and defines the jawline. The inverted bob, shorter in the back and longer in the front. Sounds fabulous on paper, right? And yes, it can be striking, but careful, queen. When the angle is too sharp, instead of elegance, you get harshness and a look that screams 2005 trendy. Think Victoria Beckham, the woman who put the inverted bob on the map with her sharp front angles and cropped nape. Back then, almost 20 years ago, it was a fashion masterstroke. Bold, flawless, iconic. But notice how she's evolved. Today, she rarely repeats that look. Instead, she opts for softer, balanced lines that highlight her features without turning her into a caricature. That evolution teaches us something powerful. Even the most stylish women know when it's time to move on from a look that no longer serves them. Picture this: overly long front sections pointing down like arrows, and a back cut so high it fully exposes the neck. Instead of elongating your silhouette, that harsh contrast creates imbalance and emphasizes fine lines. It's like your haircut is shouting louder than you, and queen, a true queen, never shouts. She commands. The secret is to soften the angle. A slightly inverted bob, barely noticeable, achieves the same flattering lift without the drama. When the lines are smooth and harmonious, your face looks gentler, and your overall style feels effortlessly modern. Practical tip: ask your stylist to keep the difference between the front and back very subtle. just a couple of centimeters. This keeps your look fresh and refined, not like a costume. If you have fine hair, even better, because a steep angle only makes the back look thinner. Emotionally, a dramatic inverted bob can send the wrong signal, like you're trying too hard to stay edgy. But Queen, you don't need to prove anything. True style doesn't try, it glides. A balanced bob projects confidence without losing softness. Because when a woman finds the right cut, she doesn't need to defend her age. Her face radiates fulfillment and confidence that no wrinkle can hide. And now things get even more interesting, because mistake number 3, that's like handing a megaphone to Father Time himself. Mistake number 3, the bob. With too much angle, this mistake sounds high fashion in theory, but turns into your worst enemy in reality. The overly angled bob. You know, the one where the back is practically shaved and the front pieces stretch all the way to your chest. At first glance, it's a wow. But in truth, it's often an ouch. Think of Charlize Theron during her edgy haircut phase. She wore asymmetrical bobs beautifully because she balanced the drama with softness. She never let the haircut overpower the woman. And that's the key. The cut should never be the main character. When the angle is too extreme, all eyes go to your hair and you fade into the background. And a queen never hides behind her crown. Picture it. Long front strands covering half your face and a back so high it competes with your chin. Instead of rejuvenating, it hardens your features and makes you look serious, even rigid. It's as if your haircut is saying, look at me, not her. The fix? Balance. If you love an angled bob, keep it moderate. Just a few centimeters difference between front and back. Like perfume, a little goes a long way. Practical tip, pair the cut with soft styling, gentle waves or a bouncy blowout. This breaks up the harsh lines and adds freshness to your face. Remember, soft lines rejuvenate, extreme angles age. And psychologically, a drastic angle can come across as desperation to look modern. As if you're shouting, I'm still in the game, but Queen, real style doesn't cling, it evolves. A well-balanced bob gives you refinement, confidence, and radiance. Because, as I always say, style has no age, but it definitely has attitude. Mistake number 2. The high neck bob. Now we come to one of the most deceptive mistakes. The bob with a very high neckline. At first glance, it looks modern, fresh, even practical. But beware, this detail can work against you. When the back is too high and exposes the neck completely, it draws attention to the exact area many of us would rather keep subtle, like softer skin or looser contours. Take Sharon Stone, a style icon for decades. Though she's worn edgy cuts, you'll rarely see her with an overly exposed neckline. Why? Because true elegance isn't about showing everything, it's about suggestion. When she wears a bob, the neckline is balanced, just enough to look chic, never so high that it hardens her features. Visualize this. The back cut too high, the neck fully exposed. In theory, it should lengthen your neck. In reality, it makes your face look longer and harsher. The result? A severe look that erases softness and femininity. The fix: leave the neckline slightly covered. Let a few strands frame the nape gently. This small change adds harmony, balance, and youth. Practical tip: if you love a short bob, ask your stylist not to raise the back too much. A soft, clean finish with a bit of crown volume elongates your silhouette without overexposing the neck. Emotionally, a high neck bob can signal rigidity, as if you're trying to seem bold but end up looking strict. But Queen, you don't need to be harsh to be strong. True strength lies in elegance. With a bob that subtly frames the nape, you radiate confidence and warmth, because you don't need to show it all to be unforgettable. And now for the final mistake, the one that's most common and most devastating. Mistake number 1. The bob without front layers. Now, Queen, we've arrived at the most innocent-looking yet damaging mistake. The bob with no front layer. That blunt, curtain-like cut that falls stiffly on both sides of your face may seem minimalist and sleek, but in practice, it hardens your features and dulls your expression. It's like building 2 walls beside your face. And tell me, what queen wants to live between walls? Look at Jennifer Aniston. Though she's known for her long, glossy hair, She's often worn medium-length styles with soft front layers. That's not a coincidence. Front layers are magic. They add movement, highlight the cheekbones, and open up the eye. If even Hollywood's best rely on them, why would we skip such a flattering detail? Now picture the opposite. A blunt bob with no layers. The hair falls flat and heavy, emphasizing every angle. Instead of radiant and youthful, you look tired, even after your full skincare routine. Practical tip. Ask your stylist for front layers starting softly at cheekbone or jaw level. They'll frame your face like gentle brushstrokes of light, creating lift and dimension. Psychologically, layered framing communicates warmth and approachability. Without them, your hairstyle can feel distant, even cold. And you, queen, deserve to reflect the radiant, sophisticated woman you are. A bob with front layers doesn't just give freshness, it restores your natural magnetism. Because the right style isn't just something you see, it's something you feel. The transformative tip is promised. Here's the final piece of advice, the one almost no one applies. Align your bob with your hair's natural movement. Don't fight it. If your hair has a wave, let the layers follow it. If it's straight, enhance that sleek flow. The secret isn't to force, it's to harmonize. Because a queen never battles her crown, she wears it effortlessly. If you made it this far, drop "I'm pure sophistication" in the comments, so I know you're part of our community of women who shine from within. And remember, what you've learned today is just the beginning. My ebook, More Elegant Than Ever, will guide you on dressing for your body type, choosing your best colors, and much more. The link's in the description. Grab it now for exclusive content. Because you, queen, deserve to look and feel like royalty.